Well, hello there. This is Virtual Chess Noob, learning and having fun with chess. I've got a really interesting game of the Vienna to show you today, and this game demonstrates a really important principle about not bringing your queen out early. My opponent goes a little bit greedy with their queen, and unfortunately it had some pretty negative consequences. Well, let's go take a look. I've got the white pieces, Vienna of course, so e4, e5, knight c3, and black here now plays a slightly unusual response. Not a mistake, a little bit suboptimal potentially, and that is c6. So here, potentially what you can do is just immediately strike in the center. Now in this game, I decided to bring my bishop out first. Now this does make it back to equality. I just wanted to play this game a little bit more conservatively. Knight, that's cool. Again, I had an opportunity to bring the pawn all the way to d4. Once again, you know, an idea you can take the full center if you're allowed to. Opted not to in this one. Interesting. I think they were trying to defend the g5 square. And now a Vienna Gambit-ish sort of move, f4. Here, rather than taking right away, they decide to play queen to c7, adding extra pressure. However, I can capture anyway, because bringing the queen out is not good. Captures, captures, and one of the things once the queen is out is that you can harass it often with development and you win tempo. So knight f3, completely normal. I've got the semi-open f-file and the knight attacks the queen. Now here, there's a lot of sense for black to probably just retreat the queen. However, they double down and they keep the queen in play. There we go. You can see Stockfish says just bring it back. And here, ostensibly, there's a pin. That's fine. Other bishop out. And so here, with the queen having made multiple moves, the approach I take is to develop as quickly as possible, get all my pieces out, harass the queen if I can, and not uncommonly you end up with a situation where when there's a lot of pieces left on the board, the queen may well end up being trapped. All right, so now they play d6, you know, opening up that light square diagonal, probably thinking this, that's fine. Move the queen. Here I can castle in either direction. Bishop, yep, placing pressure. And here, let's go. Let's just trade down. So I call captures, that's fine. Captures, I expected probably trades. And here I was happy because I would just enter a middle game up development. However, they decided to keep their queen in play and they didn't want to exchange. That's fine. Chase the queen. Queen here, looking to take the b2 pawn. And one of the things here, if you know, it's as a sort of a heuristic, as a general sort of message, it's often a mistake for the queen to capture the b pawn. So this, of course, happens in the England complex, the England Gambit, the queen, so the attacking a queen that often leads to an early win. But in most situations outside of theory, queen captures b2 or queen captures b7 ends up being a problem. It's usually completely fine for that pawn to be taken because once the rook goes here, defended by the knight, again, this is where the queen can potentially get trapped. So let's go. They take. You can see Stockfish reckons that was a mistake, a pretty bad mistake. Now here, I must admit, I just literally forgot that that b-pawn defended that knight. So the best move here is to defend the knight with the king. I literally didn't see that. Placed my rook gleefully onto b2, and of course that's a blunder because the queen can now capture. Take, but it's fine. It's fine. Bishop out with an attack, and have a look. You know, these diagonals are taken, this is taken. You know, the queen is starting to lose places to go. They take, that's fine. Here we go with an attack. The queen is starting to lose places to go. There we go, that's fine. I now short castles, everything's defended, I'm fully developed. Yeah, I'm down 5 points of material, but it's fine. You can see, you know, I'm not really that, my evaluation is nowhere as bad as what the material deficiency would appear. Look here, a semi-open F file. Effectively, this now pins that knight to that F7 square. Black has no development other than the queen. So queen is the most active piece. I've just pinned the one developed piece. They're in some trouble. All right, so here they try to attack that bishop, and it's a mistake. Notice this potential royal fork. Bishop out. Well, this is potentially coming next. They don't see it. That makes a blunder, and here I'm completely winning. In fact, here I don't even play this first up. So what I do is I want to kick that knight. Potentially, I thought that would be very, very powerful. Look, 3 attackers onto that, potentially onto that F-pawn. So here, I jump forward, attack the knight, hoping for potentially a very quick win. They capture, and here, notice, double attack there. That rook is trapped, and of course, royal fork. Bishop to b4, and pretty much all is lost for black. It's all downhill now. They, of course, take. And here, let's reflect that we're currently on move 20, and the queen has taken 10 of the first 20 moves for black. When he, and now finally there. 10 out of 20 moves, the queen took all those moves, and it was capturing material, but when the queen is greedy, like a hungry hippo, it often is not good for black. Now, if you cannot capitalize on the queen being, staying on the board and being able to have an attack, and of course the queen can rarely make a mating attack by herself, you end up losing tempo. Here I capture. And notice that we actually have material equality. There is actually material equality, and yet, in fact, in this position, here, they saw that double attack, didn't recognize potentially, they saw the rook attacking, I think, maybe didn't recognize the queen on the long light square diagonal, captures. It's +6. I am completely winning here. And what my goal really now is to try to force down trades, move into a completely winning endgame. Short castles make sense with a defense on that knight. So captures here. The knight pair is often quite strong, because they kind of defend each other. It's not so easy. They defend everything else, but that's all right. Capture, okay? If they take, I capture this way. So captures. They still got a knight pair though. All right, with an attack, move the queen. Okay, knights once again defending themselves. And here I had a thought. How exactly am I going to win this? Now, Stockfish has a number of other ways, but eventually I saw a very simple, very clean idea that made it easy to win, which is just to rotate the rook like this and then get the rook onto the 7th rank. So yep, they're trying to push a pawn. There we go. Don't want to open that file. And now rook e7 onto the 7th rank, and I'm just going to capture. Those knights. So there we go. Captures. A double attack now on that f pawn. They make the wrong move here, trying to, trying to defend their b pawn, thinking that's their only hope. Kind of is true, but now rook captures the f7 pawn. Now there's a battery on the 7th rank, and basically there's nothing black can do. No matter where they move the rook, they could potentially do a spite attack so that I gain, they gain an extra turn. But basically captures, king here, captures, king back, and then that would be mate. So here they opted to resign. Good game, GG. The big takeaway from this game is to avoid early queen adventurism. Unless you know that there is a checkmate, lone queen attacks in the openings will typically fail. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.